Weekend in Aberdeen, South Dakota started at 3 p.m. on Saturday with every sort of auto brought downtown.
They did some modifications to it and it puts out close to 900 horsepower.
One of the oldest vehicles at the auto show was this 1909 Brush. You say you never heard of Brush cars? They were made for about 8 years, beginning in 1905. This one is owned by Glenn Overby of Millette.
One-cylinder car, weighs about 1,100 to 1,150 pounds. It doesn't have a water pump or a fan. It's got a chain drive to the rear wheels, and you change the gear ratio by changing the sprocket size for the chain.
Another vehicle that's a vintage car is this 1979 Mustang owned by Randy Call of Aberdeen. What's the highlight of coming to the show for him?
Highlight for me is seeing people or people that have other cars at the show when they tell me they really like my car.
You don't know what this is? Why, it's a coffin tractor, of course. Actually, they took a 1947 Massey Ferguson tractor and lengthened it out 4 feet to accommodate the coffin and the tombstone.
This vehicle certainly would have gotten the most unique award if one had been given. It's owned by Ron Bowick of Condé. He says he ordered a model car of the show, the Munster's coffin vehicle.
It was a Dragula car on the Munster TV show. I had it sitting on my kitchen table, and every time I ate, I says to my wife, I can build one of them. But it's already a car. I don't want to build a car, I want to build something different, so I built a tractor. So here it is.
You can have a sub-convention with just the number of Corvettes that show up each year at the Aberdeen show. One of them being shown this year was Aberdeen's Chris Tygan.
Well, I think it's a great event to showcase downtown Aberdeen and the community. It's a fabulous event that brings a lot of people downtown, and this year was the first year that Lily's was opened, and I'm one of the owners of Lily's Floral Designs and Gifts here in downtown Aberdeen. And so not only did we want to showcase the car, but we decided to showcase a little bit of our flower talent with Mary Thayer's work that she put on the back of the car today.
The wheels portion of the weekend event concluded Saturday night with a parade down North Main Street. Chamber officials say some 14,000 people attended events in Aberdeen over the Wheels and Wings weekend. On Sunday, the fun shifted to the Aberdeen Air Show portion, where the highlight of the event was a 1960s-era Russian MiG-17F jet fighter. The MiG fighter is 34 feet long with a wingspan of 37. It can reach a top speed of around 1,200 miles per hour. Another popular performer was the Goodyear F2G Super Corsair, owned by Bob Odegaard of Kindred, North Dakota. He brought another plane also, the largest at the show, a Douglas DC-3. Buddy says flying the Corsair is really enjoyable.
Both of these airplanes are very nice flying airplanes. They're not real strange. The thing, so often you fly airplanes and, gosh, if you had a little more power, Well, this thing's got like 3,850 horsepower, and I've never had that full power yet since I've had it. and it just claws its way in the air, and you just set up a comfortable cruise setting, and I do the whole aerobatic routine, and it's almost like I'm along for the ride. It's so enjoyable to fly.
Odegaard's planes were called in to replace Miss Mitchell, a World War II B-25 bomber, which was damaged a week earlier when it hit a berg. The Wheels and Wings weekend event has become bigger each year since it's been staged as a joint project over the past 3 years. Steve Kaiser reporting from Aberdeen.
That's called a victory roll.